getting right into the warm-up sets. Kind of warm-up, kind of part of training in a way. Yeah, gonna kind of warm up the fingers, and I think what I'm gonna be doing is something along the lines of doing these block pulls, and then kind of, I might get into my lifting before my climbing, and I'll explain why in a second. So the reason I'm thinking of doing kind of my workout before climbing is because I'm not really climbing at a high level anyway, so I don't think anything is super gonna like suffer right now since I'm still kind of like dealing with this injury, right? And so I think like this is like one of the rare opportunities that I have where I can lead with the workout. My climbing's not gonna suffer, and so what that means is my like CNS isn't gonna be pre-fatigued by climbing and like by all the other stuff that I do. And so I'm probably gonna get more bang for my buck out of these workouts while I'm injured and not trying super hard on the board than if I was like climbing 8A plus on the board and then going into my workout, right? I'm just gonna be more fatigued, lower quality reps, lower quality sets, that sort of thing. So I think I might reverse the order, get more bang for my buck, just go into my climbing feeling kind of weak, but I'm gonna weaken the muscles, weaken the hands, you know, it's gonna kind of like, it might even help in the long run with injury because like when my muscles are strong, I can really pull hard, but maybe like my body's not ready for it. Pre-fatiguing my climbing might even potentially be better for me in the long run. I don't know, we'll see. I'll try it out this session. If I don't like it, I'll switch it up for the next one, but we'll see. This is kind of like the pull-up part of my warm-up. So I guess we'll see kind of how I'm feeling and if the elbow's bothering me, because that will dictate if I do, you know, pull-ups today. So. No weird elbow stuff on that one, so, you know, could be a good sign, who knows. I'm kind of nervous to actually put weight on and try, but I guess the only way to figure it out is to do it, you know what I mean? Okay, so last time we did 60 pounds. So right now we're sitting at 50, and that feels super healthy actually. So we're gonna hit probably this next set is gonna be 60 pounds. See how that feels. And then probably 70. See how that feels. And then if it feels like whatever, stick at 70. If it feels good, I guess we're gonna see what the point is where it feels a little sus, a little uncomfortable. You know what I mean? We're trying to push the right hand there, this finger gets like some amount of sufficient load. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if I said this in the last video, but I think we're going to be like, we're kind of in like the beginning of like the re-strengthening phase for like this finger / hand as a whole. So yeah, hopefully training my hands can become fun again, as opposed to just doing like lame, super light holds for a long time. So yeah, whatever, we'll see. We'll see how 60 pounds feels. Alright, I'm logging this in Vanta right now. So that's set 2, 70 pounds. And then I'm going to start the first timer real quick. I think we're going to stick at 1 minute rest. Feels pretty good. I think we're on the verge of like sus territory in terms of like a tiny bit of soreness. I think the smart thing is to stick at 70, which is what I'm planning on doing. Realistically, I probably could have gone up, but I'm not going to push it. So we're going to stick it this way, kind of try to get some juice out of the right hand, and then maybe see if we can do some one-arm hangs today on the left hand. I didn't do it last session, I wanted to, but I just didn't feel great on the left hand type of thing. So if that ends up still not being great, I'll just keep doing like 3-finger crimping, front 3, back 3 with the left to try to get some stimulus and kind of more targeted work. But if it does feel good, I'd rather do one-arm hangs just because they're more fun. So, you know how it goes. We're also trying to stick around the like 6 set per session range for my fingers because I like to get in the realm of about 20 sets a weekend for my hands. And so I'm on like a 1 day on, 1 day off type of thing. And so I'm either climbing 3 days a week or 4 days a week. I've been taking a lot of rest days because I've been kind of sick. I took a little deload for my finger. And then I kind of didn't want to get right back into the schedule of training hard every other day. So I took like 2 rest days, 1 on, 2 rest days, 1 on. But like when I'm back in 1 on, 1 off type of routine, I think that I'm probably going to want to do 6 sets, right? Because that's going to place me at either on 3 days or on weeks where I climb 3 days out of the week, I'm going to be doing 18 sets. And if I'm doing 4, it's going to be like 24 sets, which is kind of like, that's like right about where I want to be. I kind of want like a relatively high number of sets, not insane. Like I'm not doing 10 sets because then I think I'm just way more likely to hurt myself. I'm trying to like float the line between, obviously right now I'm injured, but between getting injured all the time and like actually putting in some real work. And I think the more sets you do, more likely you are to get injured because of the volume, and the less sets you do, you're either not going to make gains in your hands or you're going to get injured because those few sets are going to have to be so high effort. So for reference, like I was pulling 170, 1 rep max, and I was doing 6 sets of like 140 to 150 in that range. So I like dipped down quite a bit below my max and try to like keep that working weight good, solid, and slowly work that up to try to like avoid injury but still get appropriate like, volume in for my hands, if that makes any sense. But my rest is up. Let's get back to it. Alright, last one arm hang. Let's see if we can thug it out. Dude, those freaking suck. It hurts my hands so bad. But regardless, let me reset the timer that at least get 60 seconds of rest. We're done with the finger training. Kind of awesome. So sufficiently loaded the one arm stuff for the left hand. Trying not to like get out of habit with that skill, the one arm hang thing. Feeling pretty good because typically the left hand has always been like my weak hand. So being able to hang it like for sets, and the last set was probably honestly my best. It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Pretty cool. So we got our 6 sets logged up in Vanta. So now we're gonna kind of. I think I'm going to delete this board climbing and move it till later in the day. I'm debating if I want to do one arm pull-ups today or if I want to try doing weighted pull-ups. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to do. I think I might stick the program and try the weighted pull-ups and then we'll see how that feels. I'm kind of scared. I hope the upload doesn't feel terrible, man. But if it does, you know, we know ways around that. We can kind of deconstruct the pull-up, do the same thing we did the other day. But yeah, so I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll get into it. Alright, felt pretty good actually, so the plan is we're going to take this 25, make it 75, and then do our last warm-up set for 2, and then get right into the working sets. Awesome. Cool. I'm going to take probably a 3-minute rest, and then we're going to get right into it, so yeah. At last warm-up set, dude, I'm fired up right now. I can't wait to do these pull-ups, man. My elbow is bothering me so much. If it starts to feel a little bit sus on the working sets, abort mission. Yeah, I mean, that whole thing. So, we're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully the working sets feel fine. Yeah. This should be awesome. Also, I kind of jumped the gun. I went pants off. I was getting a little bit warm, and besides, I wasn't planning on climbing in my PJs today anyways. Those were kind of the commuter pants. I play volleyball in them. I do everything except sleep in these PJs. I play volleyball in them, so I didn't want to get them all chalky. People are going to see me pull up to the courts and be like, what's this guy got going on? But yeah, 2 minutes on the rest timer. I'm going to keep doing these pull-ups. Let me check out what else we got going today. We got some ring chest flies. I'm still thinking if I want to swap these out for something. I kind of miss incline bench, but our bench doesn't incline, so I'm like wondering if I can do something, or like maybe if I like sit on the ground and lean against the bench, maybe I can make something go in like that way. It's not a good solution. I don't know, man. I kind of like nothing kind of replaces the incline bench for me. That's like my bread and butter, but like I'm doing dips, and then my lower chest gets pretty good, my front delts, but I have a hard time hitting like my mid and upper chest, or like feeling it like a whole lot. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not sure how to like kind of address that. So I'm thinking flies would be nice. Just kind of get full horizontal type of motion. The boom mid chest. Maybe I can even like try to angle it up, hit the upper chest. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Also, but I also kind of want to like keep stimulating the tricep. That's the bad thing about flies is like you kind of take the tricep out of it in a way. But I don't know. Maybe my tendonitis came up from overuse of the tricep. So who knows? Oh, that was flipping hard. Okay. Doesn't feel as great as a few weeks ago, which is kind of to be expected. A few weeks ago was a little bit heavier. I'm cutting down in weight right now, so I shouldn't be too surprised that I'm feeling weaker. So I think what the smart thing is to do is, that's 1550. I got 15 to 35 here. I could add a 10 to that and do 90 pounds instead of 100. Just so I can get like at least like 3 reps. That was like That was like maybe 3 if you want to count it. I'm probably gonna mark it as 2 personally. So 2 reps at 100, and I'm probably gonna do 2 more sets with 90, and then try to get 3 to 6 in that range. As long as I'm not doing, as long as I'm doing at least 3 reps, I'm kind of happy with the amount of work. And I just hope that like me losing weight, I don't dip too much in strength. But obviously, this is also like a strength to weight based kind of exercise. You know what I mean? So if I'm a few pounds lighter, I'm pulling a little bit lighter. You know what I mean? It kind of equals out. Yeah, we'll see. I felt just as hard as 100. Kind of weird. Fuck, maybe I'll go down to 80. That like felt equally as hard. I feel like that was like another set where I was like, was it 3? To me, it felt like 2. It probably looks like 3 on camera, but I wasn't really satisfied with that one. I count the rep if I like got to the point where it's like I stopped pulling and then I come down, as opposed to I was pulling my hardest and I couldn't like keep it. Like it's like me kind of having to come down versus me choosing that the rep is over coming down. Yeah, so I'm gonna log that as 2 and 90. Fuck it, man, why not? Let's just drop it down to 80. Try to be smart, especially with my bum elbow. So, got 3 minutes on the clock. Gonna rest for a bit, do this last set. Get in, get out, stay uninjured. It's become apparent that I'm just tired. I think one set fatigued onto the other. So the other sets were like lower quality. Kind of weird, even though I'm dropping this weight. Normally I don't fatigue set to set like that, so this is kind of like an unusual feeling. That was obviously 2 reps. Oh, I guess that wasn't 80, that was oh, wait a minute, I'm an idiot. I'm just realizing the error in my ways. I wasn't dropping as much as I thought I was. I dropped from 100 to 95. Okay, dumbass alert. And then I dropped from 95 to 85. Wow, what am I doing, man? That's alright. We got good work in today. Yeah, so let's edit these sets. That way they're more accurate. And then I guess next up we got ring flies. Should be fun, probably. Or not, who knows. Alright. Oh. Three reps, 3 negatives. 4, 2. Okay, I went ahead and made this weird like dragon flag setup. Not really for me because I don't really mind, but more so one of my friends kind of didn't enjoy doing the dragon flags with like the elbows here. They kind of like the set we're pulling on the bar, like the horizontal bar. So you're gonna see testing this out to see if like this is a valid approach or not. We'll see. We'll see if it improves. Maybe the quality of my reps. All right. Oh, dang. That was freaking hard. I feel like I've improved my reps and like I feel like way more stimulus when I do these now. My abs are getting crazy fired up. But it's making the sets harder. This is almost like a technique-based exercise, kind of like the feeling I'm getting. But that felt pretty good. I think maybe I might want to get a little bit farther away from the bars to slide down the bench a little bit more. I don't like it like with my hands on my head, kind of makes the elbows a little bit sus, but yeah. We'll see. All right, add some time on the rest. Oh yeah. Okay. So I am done training. Now it's time to climb. Probably gonna climb for a little bit. I don't know. It depends how the finger's feeling, but yeah. Hopefully, I feel good enough to actually do stuff with the right hand. last time, so I miscounted last time. I actually did 4 climbs instead of 5. So maybe the goal for today, if I feel good, will be to do 5 or more climbs, or maybe 4 more climbs. Let's see. Which I don't think that's that crazy of a goal. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna take this first one slow, kind of just do it move at a time. Other than if I'm feeling really good, fired up, ready to go. We're gonna try Sunday. So. Yeah, she's slipping all over the place. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this climb is crazy hard. Okay, I think I'm gonna go home. I'm just so tired right now, man. I keep yawning. I already did my workout, did my finger training. I did like really what I need to do. And I think I'm okay with that. So, short one today, kind of did just one climb. Honestly, I didn't even think I was going to do that one climb. I kept just dry firing off everything, but honestly, pretty good. Things are going good. My elbow's feeling a little bit better. Pull-ups are weirdly hard today. Dragon flags weirdly hard today. Flies weirdly hard. Like, just wasn't physically feeling great, but I am feeling healthier. And I'll take the wins where I can get them. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can't have everything. And especially my deficit, I was worried that like since I'm losing weight, my recovery wasn't gonna be great, and maybe like my injuries would take a lot longer or wouldn't heal at all. But I'll take a little bit of strength loss in the dieting phase, and healthy joints and shit, for sure. Like I think to me that's a win, and I think. I think like these little steps forward or progress are good, and I think, I don't know, slow motion is better than no motion, you know what I mean? So overall, not a terrible day. I think could have been better, but I haven't been sleeping great for whatever reason, so I don't know. I gotta fix that. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna work on Vanta. I got everything logged up in Vanta, actually. I don't have my phone on me, but I got everything logged up in Vanta today. And we got new updates pushing out soon, actually, which I'm really psyched about. We're gonna have like the metrics tab, new set completion feature, some new like daily checklists type of thing, and it seems like we're also kind of starting to work on like the diet part where it's like I log all of my intake and my macros in Venta manually, which is how I'm doing my diet right now, and it's going super great. I've lost 9 pounds so far. And so now the next step is we're adding kind of like user custom food libraries and like a food database as well. So that's awesome. Yeah, today was not a bad session, not the best session in the world, but it was a session nonetheless, and I think that's kind of what matters to me at this point. So today is what, Saturday? I'm gonna take probably Sunday off, come back on Monday, get after. Alright. I'll see you guys.